Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so we're going to get started. Welcome to the Massillon Public Library's Dogman Party. I'm Mrs. Klein, otherwise known as Laura the Library Lady. Can everybody hear me? Yes? Okay, very good. All right. Well, the first thing I want to do is give a little bit of credit here. One of our pieces of our program today came from Manhattan, but not Manhattan, New York. It came from Manhattan, Kansas. The PowerPoint presentation came from the Manhattan Public Library. So I want to tell them thank you. And then also we have some sponsors locally at our library. And so I'm going to try sharing my screen and see if I can show you who our sponsor for today's program is. This program is sponsored by China King on Amherst next to Mark's. They give us chopsticks for a lot of our crafts and magic wand type things that we make. Anything that needs a chopstick, they have helped us out with. So thank you to China King. All right, you should have gotten your packet. And inside your packet, it said supplies you would need from home would be an empty cereal box, glue or tape, markers and crayons, and maybe any, scrap pieces of foil or paper towel tubes or egg cartons or anything that you wanted to add to your Superbuddy later. So we're not going to use that right this minute, but you might want to get that and get that ready. I'm trying to get my screen to stop sharing. Sorry.
It's not sharing at all.
Not sharing? Okay, good. Thank you very much.
It never even shared.
It didn't? Oh, dear. Okay, let me see if I can figure it out. Share. That's what I need you guys for.
Did you mute yourself? Yeah, mute yourself.
There's only 2 people.
There. Okay, now. Now you can see my China King. Yes. Thank you, Kennedy. Okay. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get out your paper from your packet. What's your new Professor Poopy Pants name? So this is the name change-out chart. And I was having some fun with this week. This is my name.
I haven't found it yet.
You didn't find the name change-out chart yet? Okay, so find your name tag and it should be blank and find your name change-out chart. And then this is kind of hard, but kind of easy. So it depends. So does everybody have their name change-out chart? Okay, so you can use a pencil if you want to. Number 1, on the first chart, you want to take the first letter of your first name, and that's going to give you your new Captain Underpants, Dogman, Professor Poopy Pants name. First letter of my first name is L, so I go to the chart and I look up L, and oh, my first name is now Booger. So look for your first letter of your first name and find that out. And then you get a double last name. So when you're done with that, go to number 2 on there and use the first letter of your last name. So my last name is Klein. It begins with a K. And so I look up the K and I got Potty. Number 3, then you go and you use the last letter of your last name. And that's the second half of your new last name. So the last letter of Klein is N. So I looked up N and it was Chunks. So that's how I got my Booger Potty Chunks. Great name. Does anybody want to unmute and tell us their new name? Have you figured it out yet? Kennedy, did you figure yours out yet?
Flunky Potty Biscuits.
That's pretty silly. Alex, did you figure yours out?
I'm stinky potty.
Now do it. I'll tell her.
Stinky Banana Toast.
Ew. Anybody else want to tell us? Okay.
There's only 2 people.
Well, there are some people who aren't showing their spoons today, and that's okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to watch a really short video. It's 1 minute long by Dave Pilkey, the author of Dogman, and he's got all kinds of cool videos and stuff on Scholastic website and his website. And I think there should be a letter from him in your packet that says "Howl with Laughter, Dear Reader." And it kind of tells about him and how he liked to draw. And he wasn't really good in school, but look how great he became drawing and writing and being really funny and making us laugh. So let's go to Dave Pilkey. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to share my screen again.
We've all heard the famous saying, reading gives you superpowers, but have you ever stopped to think about it? Maybe you've even wondered, how does reading give you superpowers? Well, I'm here to explain. We can all be entertained and even learn by watching movies and television, but when we do these things, we're really just watching somebody else be creative. Movie and TV directors get to have all the fun. They get to decide what we see and for how long, and they choose all the details, like the music and the costumes, even the special effects. They're the ones being creative, and we're just watching. With reading, however, it's a whole different story. We get involved. When we read a book, there aren't any special effects. There's no music to set the mood, and no costume designers or set decorators. We have to fill in all of those details ourselves by using our imaginations. The simple fact is, the more we read, the more we get to use our imaginations. And the more we use our imaginations, the more powerful we become. So crack open a book and start reading, because reading really does give you superpowers. And imagination is the greatest superpower of all.
All right. So I work at the library, so obviously I think that reading gives you superpowers. Oh, I see you're holding up your name, Flunky Potty Biscuits. All right. Has anybody read the Dog Man series? I think Alex has. Okay, Emma, I think you have. If you haven't, you might want to start. There are a whole bunch of books in the Dog Man series. Started out with Dog Man Unleashed, Tale of Two Kitties, Dog Man and Cat Kid, Lord of the Fleas, Brawl of the Wild, and then it kept going on. And I wrote down on your little instruction paper that the latest one just came out on March 23rd, Dog Man Mothering Heights, and that's number 10. So that's pretty cool that he wrote 10 books in that series, plus all of his other series and Dogzilla and all those other books. So you can put that on hold at the library, and you can look at Dave Pilkey's website, which I put down there for you also. So I was going to read you a chapter from Dog Man, but I decided that Dave Pilkey does it so much better than I do. I can't hardly stand it. So we're going to let him read us a chapter, and I think it's pretty funny. It's going to tell us some of the characters that we're going to be talking about from Dog Man. So if you're not familiar with them, listen up and we'll see all these characters. Sometime. I have to get to it. It's not the one I want.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Pilkey. I'm still stuck at home, still can't get to my studio. I know a lot of you are all stuck at home. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I hope you're reading and being creative. Speaking of reading, today I'm going to read from Dog Man and Cat Kid. This is chapter 6, The Bark Night Rises. Uh-oh! He's gonna jump on me! He's gonna lick my face! I can't take it! Spare me the indignity! Hey! He's over here, Chief. He's hiding behind that plant again. Shop. ADHD, primary directive. Obey little Petey. Hear from me, ADHD. ADHD, primary directive. Hear from me, ADHD. ADHD, obey little Petey. Hear from me, ADHD. Primary directive.
Now can I make a copy?
Oh, hi, Dog Man. How's it going? Oh, no. Is little Petey missing again? We just saw him. He was with his nanny. What? What's wrong? Tell me. Okay, one word. First syllable. Do you have to pee? Second syllable. Are you drinking something? Coffee? Tea? The first syllable is P, and the second syllable is T. P-T. P-T. Telling me that Petey disguised himself as a nanny? And that he was mistakenly hired to babysit little Petey? And at this very moment, he may be planning something evil? Or plotting an act of corruption that may tear at the very fabric of our society? And even while we speak, little Petey may be drawn into this foulness, causing him to doubt his own true nature and careen down a dark pathway towards a lifetime of nihilistic criminality? Is that what you're saying? Let's go save the world!
Can you hear my audio channel?
All right, so that tells you a little bit about Dog Man, the superhero character, and Petey, the bad guy, and Lil Petey.
I still remain very confused.
Okay, well, this is the first Dog Man.
Hey everybody, this is Dave
Oh,
Pilkey,
and
and
Dave
today
Pilkey's
we're going to
talking
learn how
about
to
it.
draw Super Mecha Philly. This is the robot
No, we
version
don't wanna
of
do that.
Philly the
All right. Let's get back. Okay, so Dog Man is the hero, and Petey is the bad guy.
I know who Captain Underpants is, but not really Dogman.
Well, this is the book is written by Dave Pilkey, but he is writing as George Beard and Harold Hutchins from Captain Underpants. So remember, those two kids did some comic books in the book, and Dog Man is one of their original comics that they supposedly made and that were found later and made into the Dog Man books. So you kind of have to have your imagination going there, you know. Yes.
Yeah, I've been wanting some Captain Underpants books. I will understand this way more when I get
Yes.
that.
Yes, you will have to read it. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a quiz and find out which Dog Man character you are. So you will need a piece of paper. You can just write on the back of one of your other papers or just any old paper. So grab a pencil and piece of paper, and you will need to number your paper from 1 to 8, please.
Can I go get a paper?
Sure, go ahead. Okay. Everybody ready? Number 1 through 8. Which Dog Man character are you? All right. So you're going to write a letter. It's multiple choice. So you're just going to write the letter of your choice next to your number 1 there. What is your favorite food? And here come your choices. A, gum. B, pizza. C, apples. D, rotten meat. Ugh. All right, make sure you write down your A, B, C, or D. A is gum, B is pizza, C is apples, D is rotten meat. And then go to question number 2. What is your favorite animal? A, dolphins, B, dogs, C, kittens, D, evil crows. Write down your letter. A, dolphins, B, dogs, C, kittens, or D, evil crows. And number 3, why do you like Dogman books? Get ready to write. A, they are really funny. B, they are exciting. C, I love the characters. Or D, I hate them and I hate Dogman. Who would answer that? All right, A, they are really funny. B, they are exciting. C, I love the characters. Or D, I hate them and I hate Dogman. I don't think you would be here doing this program with me today if you hated Dogman. All right, number 4. What are you like in school? A, the class clown. You love pulling pranks and sometimes you have trouble paying attention. You would be a real jokester if you chose A. B, the hero. You stand up for what's right and make sure everyone is getting along. C, the good friend. Everyone likes you and you are nice to everyone. Or D, diabolical. You're a bad guy and you should go to jail. Let's go over those again. A, the class clown. You love pulling pranks and sometimes have trouble paying attention. B, the hero. You stand up for what's right and make sure everyone is getting along. C, the good friend. Everyone likes you and you are nice to everyone. Or D, diabolical. You're a bad guy and you should go to jail.
B or C? B or C? B or C? B or
I think B and C are kind of alike, so you have to choose. You know, are you the hero? That's B, or are you the good friend? C.
B or C? B or C?
All right, number 5. This should be an easy one. What is your favorite color? A, green. B, blue. C, every color. Or D, darkness. All right, A is green. B is blue. C is every color, or D is darkness. Okay, we're more than halfway done. 6, what is your favorite hobby? A, drawing. B, sports. C, smiling. Or D, being mean. Okay, that was A, drawing. B, sports. C, smiling. Or D, being mean. Oh, hope that's no one's hobby. And number 7, what word best describes you? A, creative. B, brave. C, sweet. Or D, atrocious. And that means really bad and awful. So A was creative, B was brave, C was sweet, and D was atrocious. And the last question, which Dogman book do you like best? A, Fetch 22. B, the first one, Dogman.
I don't know.
C, Dogman and Cat Kid. Or D, none of them. So that was A, Fetch 22. B, the first one, Dogman. C, Dogman and Cat Kid. Or D, none of them. All right, you are ready to get your results. So what you need to do is count up how many A's you got. I'll give you some time to do that. How many B's you got, how many C's you got, or how many D's you got.
Easy problem.
You have a problem?
Yeah, so the first 3 I wrote the word and not the letter.
Uh-oh.
So
Well, you did a lot of extra work.
was pizza B?
Let's go back.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so if anybody else did that, pizza was B.
Okay, so
Okay, then number 2, which one did you pick?
dolphins.
Okay, so that was A. Why do you like Dogman books?
Yeah, they're funny.
They're funny. That was A. What are
That's
you,
all I did.
that's all you need? Okay. Go to the
Then
end.
I had to like write the whole sentence out.
See, you did way too much work. Okay. If you got mostly A's, which one did you get the most of? If you got mostly A's, you are Harold, one of the creators of Dogman. You are a creative person with lots of passion. You love to draw and you have unique interests and opinions. Keep being you. Let's go this way. If you got mostly B's, you are Dogman, the hero of the story. You are a brave person who sticks up for those in need. You try your best to be mature, although you have a silly side too. Never stop standing up for what's right. If you got mostly C's, you are Lil Petey, the baby clone of Petey. Everyone likes you and you get along with everyone. You are innocent and fun-loving, possibly a younger sibling, and you do your best to make sure everyone is happy. Keep being a good friend. If you got mostly D's, you are Petey, the villain. What? Did anyone really get this result? You have a very silly sense of humor and you like the unexpected. Don't be a villain, you silly head. Do keep being funny and surprising.
I had a tie.
You had a tie. What were you tied between?
E and B. I got no D.
All right.
D and B. I had 2 A's, 3 C's, and 3 B's.
You were tied between B's and C's. Did anybody get D, really? I hope not. You guys are nicer than that.
I got 6 A's.
Oh my goodness. Well, then you were Harold. Very nice. Okay. What we are going to do now is draw a Dogman. So I would like you to get out your paper that tells you draw a character. Dogman. Cat Kid is on the other side, but we're going to do Dogman. And okay, I'm going to get out my big paper, see if you can see this. And the first thing that you need to do, just get out a scrap paper or whatever you want to get out, and you're going to go to number 1. This has 28 ridiculously easy steps. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, the first thing that we need to do, number 1, is make this kind of a C shape. Okay. And then step 2 is just to kind of continue that shape along. And you saw how fast Dave Pilkey draws. I don't draw that fast. Okay, step 3 on your paper says that you're going to connect them up like that. Okay, then you go down to step 4 and you're going to put some eyes. And he has some kind of funny eyes like that. Whoop, that was 4. Okay, now 5, we're going to do a mouth. Kind of a big, silly smile mouth. And it looks like slowly we are getting colored in here. So I'm going to kind of color in. I don't know if you can see my brown. I can't see it very well, but there's my brown for my dog. Dogman. Okay, and then 6 is his ear. It's kind of like a U shape. Oh, you're showing us your drawing. Very good. And I like Emma's dog background. Okay, number 7 has the nose. It's kind of a circle, kind of filled in so that you see the shining light on the nose. And then step 8 is going to be just to add his little whisker dots here. So there's just like 3 little kind of dots for his whiskers. Everybody doing okay? All right, now we're going to do the hat. So the hat's just kind of like a big square thing. And don't color it blue yet. I did that the first time I practiced, and then I couldn't do the shield on it, his police shield. So I'm going to wait to color it blue. Okay, that was step 9. Step 10 is to put the bill on his hat. So there's the bill sticking out on his hat. That's a pretty easy step. And then 11 is to make this W up here. So kind of toward the top of his hat, you make this kind of W shape. And then you draw the bottom of the shield, kind of like a U shape. Or it kind of looks like a tulip to me. And then you can color the shield yellow. Oh, do you hear my dog barking? There's my dog, man. Okay, so I colored the shield yellow. I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes when the light's too bright, you can't tell what color it is. All right, now I'm going to color his hat blue. So I have colored pencil. Is everybody that far? Okay, so that was number 12. Now we're going to go back up to the top of the paper and look for step 13. Ooh, and I see somebody gave us a thumbs up there. That's good. Okay, so step 13. Get my marker back out again. I'm going to try to raise this up a little bit. And you're going to draw his body. So his body is just kind of like the hat, kind of like a rectangle. Okay. And then I'm going to make his collar, because that was number 14. Step 15, you're going to make the U shape for his shield. And then you're going to, step 16, put the W on the top. Okay, I'm going to color it in yellow, even though you can't see it very much. And I'm going to color his uniform blue. Okay. Now number 17, we're going to be drawing what's one of his arms. Turn into one of his arms. Just kind of a curve like that. And then we have a couple dips on the bottom. It looks like a wing, but it's not a wing. It's going to be his arm. Okay, now we're on number 20. We're going to make the sleeve of his uniform. Okay, so then, let's see, number 21, we can color in his sleeve and go to the other arm. And it's going to be kind of like an L shape, like a sideways L shape over here. It's not very much of an L shape. And then we're going to put those little zigzags on the top. And that's going to be his paw. Okay, now we're on to 23. We're going to do the rest of that arm and sleeve. So that's number 24. And we can color it in. Color in his blue sleeve. And actually we can color in his paws brown. It's a little darker than his face. I should do his face darker to match. All right, so now we are going to go to number 25 to do his leg. And it's kind of down here coming out of the bottom of his uniform. And he's running. So his leg kind of goes back. Then number 26, we do his shoe. And the shoe is black. Because you know dogs wear shoes when they are superhero dog man type of dogs. And his pants are blue. Okay, and number 27, we're also drawing his other leg. And it kind of comes out, and it's kind of funny shaped like that. It's going to show that he's running, and we're going to make that shoe. So I'm going to color that shoe black as well. And color that pant leg blue. So there's my dog man. And on your paper, you'll notice that it says that you can do some different expressions for his face. And Dave Pilkey gives you some ideas there, how to make him look happy, angry, etc. So that's my dog man. Did everybody get finished with him? The next thing, what'd you say?
Said almost done.
Almost done? Okay. There are a lot of activity sheets and games in your packet for you, like a crossword puzzle and a word search that you can just do for fun later if you want to. Reading gives you superpowers crossword. And right now, what I want you to look for is your thing that looks like a cape. I have mine on the wall. Oh, that's a really good dog man. Very nice. So when you get done, look for your paper that is Build a Superbuddy and it has the cape. Oh, that's a good one too. I see the hat. And then also look for this paper that says Build a Superbuddy. And so I want you to think about when you're building your own superhero, what's it going to be like? So you get to create the superhero just like George and Harold did in their comic books. And so you have to figure out what important details you want to include to make your hero really super. And then you're going to design the cape. And then you're going to make it out of the box. Can you guys see my Superbuddy back here? All right. When I filled my paper out, I said my superhero's name is Astro Ant. He has a secret weapon of super strength because, you know, ants can lift like 100 times their body weight. And he has accessories of a rope and his special antennae. And then on the other side, for the enemies, my super villain that goes against Astro Ant is Crazy Cockroach. And
Can you help me?
my ant has special powers of superpower reading.
Is this it? Like,
Should say build a Superbuddy at the
what do
top.
I need to do?
You want to look for the one that has the cape on it and the one that says build a Superbuddy and has some questions there. So you just need to think of a name, like, you know, there's Dog Man and Cat Kid. Mine is an ant. Maybe yours is a different kind of an animal or a person. So you want to give them a good superhero name. And then there's also a spot on here for your justice code. How will your superhero make the world a better place? So I decided my superhero Astro Ant was going to tell kids that reading is fun. And he is also going to clean up crumbs and litter and destroy bad bug larvae. So, you know, cockroaches and bad bugs that we don't want in our house, the ant is going to chomp away. Now, it says on here you can draw your guy down at the bottom, but I didn't do that because I was going to make him out of the box. So if you were going to draw him, you could draw your Superbuddy at the bottom. But this is Astro Ant, and so he has A's on his chest for his super costume. When you make the cape out of your other cape paper, I've made it on cardstock for you, so it's a little bit harder, you know, material's a little bit stiffer, so you can cut that out and put it on the back of your box. This is my ant. He has antennae and he has bug eyes. And then he has 6 legs because he's an ant. And they kind of stretch out so that he can grab all the bad bug larvae and destroy them, and also clean up litter and eat crumbs. And then he has a special rope that he can lasso the bad bug larvae and bring them in. And he has super strength. So that's my Superbuddy. Does anybody want to share their name of their Superbuddy superhero? Kennedy?
This is what I have so far. His name is Mr. Thumb. What's it? Mr. Thumb. I want it to be Mr. Thumb. His secret weapon is his super scanner. So it's like a mirror. And it looks like he's using a mirror, but he's actually scanning stuff. And his accessories is his cape with a thumb on it. That's all I have so far.
That's good. Like a thumbs up. And I see Emma answered in the chat, and she has Super Crystal for her Superbuddy's name. Very cool. Anybody else want to tell us anything? Thought maybe Alex was going to tell us something, or his brother was going to, but I don't see him right now. Now it looks like Cat Kid has a cape, has some slashing claws, has a mask. So maybe that will give you some ideas. Emma, what is Super Crystal going to do?
Not sure yet.
Not sure. Okay. I hope nobody makes a super villain. I hope you make a superhero. And kind of think about some of the supplies that were in your bag and maybe some other stuff you might have laying around the house that you could include and kind of tape or glue on. I used glue stick and tape on Astro Ant. And I did give you some of these long white papers that I colored then. But if you want them to, you know, kind of look like they're going to go in and out, you could do an accordion fold. That's what I did. So you just fold one way, then the other way, one way, and then the other way, back and forth, until you fold it all down and you kind of crease it, and then it's going to be. So that kind of lets Astro Ant grab onto things and pick up the litter and get the bad bug larvae. It also kind of looks kind of neat when he sits on the counter and his legs hang down. You can see his legs. There he is. All right, well, I need to draw 2 names for some prizes. And let's see, there are a couple people who weren't here, so I'll take their names out. I'll put them in my special coffee cup that Miss Bridget at the library made me with squirrels on it. Anybody want to see my coffee cup? It's fabulous. All right, I'm going to draw for 2 prizes. I hope I got everybody's name right, because I think sometimes people's moms put their name when they sign you up. So if I get your name wrong, I'm sorry, you can tell me the correct name. And the first prize is going to go to, I have Patricia. And I'm kind of thinking, do we have Patricia or is that mom?
Yes.
Okay, is that you or is that mom?
Me.
That's you. Okay, awesome. I am going to put your name on one of the prizes at the children's desk at the library, and it will be there on Monday for you. And then the next prize.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Kennedy. Kennedy gets the next prize. And actually, I think I have enough stuff that I could give one more. And Philip. Is Philip here? Is Philip here today? Maybe Philip didn't get to come. Tell me now if Philip, if you're here, I'm going to draw another name. I don't see Philip. Okay, going once, going twice. I'm going to pick another name. Oh, Liliana. I don't think she's here either. Liliana, are you here? Somebody's making a really cool sounding noise. All right, Liliana, going once, going twice. I'm going to pick another name for the prize. Landon. Is Landon here?
here.
Okay, Landon, you also. So Kennedy, Patricia, and Landon, come
Thank you.
into the children's desk. You are welcome.
I'm going to start making my cake for him.
Making your cape? Very good. Go right ahead. Awesome. Excuse me. Anybody have any ideas they want to share for when they build their Superbuddy out of the box? If you don't have a box, that's okay. You could just use the paper.
You know, I filled out my paper.
What are you going to do?
Okay. So, his name is Mr. Thumb. His secret weapon is his super scanner.
Right.
His accessory is his thumb cape. His enemy is evil flamingo.
Uh-oh.
Powers super small. He's very small. He's so small he could go through cracks because my box is small.
Oh, cool. Good idea.
His goal is to stop people from gluing their fingers together.
That's why his name is Mr. Thumb, huh?
And this is what I kind of want him to look like.
Very nice. Okay, good job. Anybody
I'm
else?
working on his cape.
Working on his cape. Okay. Anybody else want to share anything?
I do.
Go ahead.
So I named him Gator Kid. His secret weapon scales. His accessory scales on his cape. His enemy is Flappy. Powers. Toxic brain power.
Ooh.
He wants to stop Flappy from maybe taking people from using his brain to put them in the volcano.
Oh. Very good. What was his name? Gator Kid?
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job. Anybody else want to share? Do you think you guys are going to use your googly eyes?
I have an idea for it. I'm gonna take like not a pom pom, what are those things like fluffy balls? Yeah. Not pom poms, but
Pom pom. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, like cotton puffs.
Okay.
Yeah, a cotton ball. And I'm gonna put paper over it, and then I'll put the eyeballs on it.
Very cool. Then that'll make the eyeballs stick out.
Uh-huh.
That's why I
like
like egg partners. All right. Well, I think we have come to the end of our time here. I want to thank everybody for coming and playing with me on a sunny Saturday when you're inside. And just want to remind you, stop by the Madison Public Library and check out some books or use our website and look at some of our things that we have on there for you. Thank our sponsor, China King, again, and tell you thanks for playing with me today. I'm Mrs. Klein. I will see you next time.